Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 ways to exponentially increase your productivity. So this is the thing. Currently, everyone is working remotely. We have family around us while working. Our kids want a piece of us. They want to be part of our client meetings. And just apart from family, we have so many other distractions where we have Slack notifications. Other people wanting to have Zoom calls with you, and then you have messages, you have phone calls, and there's so many distractions. So this being the case, how are we going to stay sane, be productive, and um, prevent burning ourselves out when while working in our daily jobs? So that's what we're going to discuss today in terms of how to stay productive. So let's just get into the video. So the first thing you need to do is plan your daily and your weekly tasks. So what do I mean by that? So let's just first talk about our daily tasks. So every morning, spend 5 to 10 minutes planning out different tasks which have to be completed that day, that particular day. And then prioritize from 1 to 10 those different tasks which you have, and your goal needs to be finish the top 3 tasks for that day, because as humans there's only so much we could do, and we have to just aim on finishing the top 3 tasks for the day. And then what you do is at the end of the day you review what tasks you've completed, and those tasks which you couldn't get to gets carried over to the next day. So it's really important to spend 5 to 10 minutes first thing in the morning to plan out your task, and then 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the day to make sure what you have to do next day. So prioritize your to-do list and work according to that. You also have to plan your weekly tasks. So what do I mean by that? So uh, about Saturday or Sundays, spend about half an hour to 1 hour to look at your calendar for the upcoming week and see what are the most important things which needs to be done, what are the important meetings you need to prepare for, and what are some of the deliverables which you need to make sure it's get delivered to your clients or customers. And then come up with a plan on how you're going to go about your week. One thing I do is I block out my calendar to focus on different priority tasks which I need to do over the week, so that people do not schedule me for meetings during that time, or I don't get pulled into other meetings during that time. I usually do 3 to 4 time blocks throughout the week, so that people know I'm busy during that day. So that is something you can think about. So plan out your daily and then your weekly task as well. So the second thing you need to do is you need to make sure you have effective meetings. So this morning I was actually looking at some statistics on unproductive meetings, and two of them stood out for me. One was 92% of the people multitask during meetings, and then $213 billion per year are spent on unproductive meetings, which is crazy. So we don't want that to happen in our workplace. So follow these strategies, which I'm going to tell you to have effective meetings. First thing is you need to decide whether at all you need to have those meetings, because there's some things which you could just solve on a phone call or in email conversations. You do not need to gather people to talk about something which could be easily be solved with all like emails or phone calls. But if you still think you need to have meetings, make sure only 78 people are invited to those meetings, because that's when you can have productive conversations. Because if it's more than 78 people, it's not a meeting, it's a conference. So remember that. Also, meetings need to have clear title and agenda. People need to know what what is expected from them and what's going to be discussed in the meeting. And then finish meetings on time, because I've seen a lot of times where people schedule meetings for an hour and then it ends up being like hour and a half or even 2 hours. So don't do that. And finally, you need to have clear action items and have people follow up on those action items at the end of the meeting. Otherwise, the whole reason of having a meeting is lost, and that's why you have unproductive meetings. So keep that in mind you need to ensure you have effective meetings. So that's the second thing. The third thing is how you approach emails. So there are two aspects of emails. One is the amount of time you spend on emails compared to your high priority tasks. And I can go on and on about that topic. So I'm not going to cover it in this video, but I just want to quickly say that block some time for checking emails. Don't check emails continuously. For me, I check emails once, like 3 times a day, once in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and that's pretty much it. So that is some strategy you can follow to prevent getting overwhelmed with all the emails you're getting. But the main point here I want to make is how you communicate in emails. So any emails should pretty much have 3 to 4 bullet points. That's it. Get right to the point on what you want, what information you want, or what information you want to convey. So 3 to 4 bullet points. And if there are more than 2 email threads, then that's an immediate red flag. You need to stop there, pick up the phone, and just call the person, because I've seen emails with like 10, 15 threads, and then we forget what was the original conversation, what is the original topic of the email. And I read somewhere that a good rule of thumb is your email should fit within your laptop screen when you actually open it up. If it goes over if you have to scroll down to read the rest of the email, then that means your emails is long and you need to shorten it up. So that is something to keep in mind as well. So email conversations is your third thing. So the fourth thing is doing deep work. So one of the most influential books in my life was Deep Work by Cal Newport. It talks about having uninterrupted time blocks where you do focused work on one particular task. That's when you're highly productive, you can be highly creative, and do a lot of things in a short amount of time. So doing deep work is really, really important. And the way to do this is block your calendar on a weekly basis, like how I was discussing at the start of this video, where you need to have daily and weekly tasks planned out. So block your calendar. Say have 2 to 3 uninterrupted blocks per day where you do focus work on something, and that helps to be more productive, and then avoiding helps avoid burnout as well. So make sure you do deep work. And there was an interesting statistic. Yeah, it takes about 23 minutes and 15 seconds to regain focus once you get interrupted. So make sure you block your calendar so that you don't get overscheduled on meetings, and focus on one particular task. And if you're working from home, close your room, let your family know that you're going to do some focused work, and that's how you deliver. And then the fifth and final thing is you need to focus and defocus. Based on scientific research, it's found that human mind can concentrate only for 45 minutes to 60 minutes at a time. More than that, you're pretty much just stretching the work, and your creativity reduces, your productivity reduces as well. So, in between these focused time blocks where you're doing focused work, make sure you take 5 to 10 minutes breaks. And some things you can do during these breaks is go for a walk, say hi to your family, or read a book, listen to a podcast, drink a glass of water. And for me, I also do push-ups in between different time blocks. Those are pretty much some things you can do just to stimulate your mind and then recharge your brain to do highly focused work. So make sure you focus and defocus, because that's really important as well. So there you go. Those are the 5 ways to stay productive, where you plan your daily, weekly tasks, then make sure you have effective meetings, and then have productive emails which you write, do deep work, and finally do focusing and defocusing in between your work to be highly productive and stay motivated. So hopefully you found this video really useful. If you want to hear about more videos like this as and when they come, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I have a lot of other videos which are going to help you out, which is coming in the pipeline. So just stay tuned, stay safe, Stay sane, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for listening.